Ironic. What is going on? We are back on Twitch again. What's happening, good people? We made it again. Should be another fun ride as always. We have made it to the final 5 games of the regular season, and outside of the game that'll start out tomorrow, we're going to be doing nothing but Twitch to close out the season. So make sure you show some love. Going to be a fun ride as always. Don't go anywhere. Get into the giveaways, get into the predictions, all the good stuff. Get yourself ready for the playoffs because it's around that time. Tampa Bay and Toronto will be the game that you'll see tonight. Will we see this game again in the playoffs? You never know. But first things first, Tampa Bay will have to win to at least ensure that they'll make it happen. What's going on, Ryan? I see my boy Tom up in there. He's rooting the team. I see my boy Swoosh House coming off of 10 TPE. What's happening, big homie? What's going on, everybody? Should be a fun ride as always, but it's going to be a fun game here. 2 high power teams available. Tampa Bay got a lot of firepower on offense. The defense there for Toronto, just ridiculous. Double undefeated there for Huntington Beach. He's feeling himself. My boy Swoosh House says he's going to sub for 3 more months. I like what I hear. Thank you so much, big homie. Showing some love to the big homies here in the USFA. Oh, I'm going to get better. The playoffs is coming. Huntington Beach, they're just chilling out for the rest of the season until the playoffs. Good job there from them. They earned it for sure. But we got to see what's happening with these 2 teams here. Toronto, they already know their place in the hierarchy. They're going to be the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. Tampa Bay on the other side, they're looking to punch their ticket in. They're going to need to figure out a way to get the dub tonight. And then they also got to hope that New York and Pittsburgh will lose tomorrow. So going to be a fun ride. We'll know what is going to happen in the Eastern Conference by the end of tomorrow. And yeah, definitely good job here. I'm not going to waste too much time getting the giveaway. I see my boy Ryan Davis going to the jersey giveaway, getting another entry up in that thing. I am mad at you. He said the undefeated king. He says he's ready to go, and I know y'all are ready to go. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. And it looks like Toronto will start off with the kickoff, and it's going to start with Tampa Bay. Going to be returned, taking it past the 25, and there is going to be a flag. As I'm going to go ahead and do one thing real quick. Everything's looking so far so good. Let's go ahead and get into it. As it's going to be Javon Highland there on the hold. And we're going to get this thing kick started, man. Tampa Bay on the field for the first time, trying to get something cooking. They're going to stretch it to their halfback, and he's not going anywhere. There goes Dexter Hall, famous Dex, making it happen. And it's going to be the first tackle of the day for him, the first of many. Krem needs sack 15, definitely a storyline in this one. You see Andre Krem Reaper down at the bottom of the D lineman, across from the left tackle. Going to look to try to turn up, throws the left side and overthrows the big home Kai Coco, who had a step, but the pass was going towards the sideline. James West was a little shook on that play. Krem was coming, but he couldn't quite get there. It's going to be 3rd and 10 coming. Who's going to win this one for sure? Try to get a fake hike, not to be. James West going to pass it, looking for a man. Protection's breaking down. He's going to take off to run. He's going to use those legs and throw it to the right side and overthrows a wide open man. 2 wide open men on the right side, and he could not connect, or maybe it slipped out of his hands. I don't know. He had one deep. He had one a little bit closer. And that's going to be a stop forced there by Toronto. He could have even ran the football. Probably could have picked it up. He has the speed. Chose to throw it not where he wanted to go. Going to be sent away by the punter, and it's going to be returned there by Cam Jones, who's going to use his blocker a little bit to get close to the 40. And here comes Jax James coming onto the field. He's definitely a candidate for offensive rookie of the year. Definitely an impressive stat line. He started out the season I'm pretty sure within the first half of the season where he didn't throw an INT, he started throwing a little bit more as the season went along, but with the run game, the pass game, he hasn't had to do too much, and he's going to try to pass across the middle. That's going to be incomplete there. Going to be 2nd and 10. Tom Riddell saying the lowest interception rate in the league. I have to double check that. I haven't seen the stats in a while because they haven't been up to date, because people be slacking. Just kidding, they be busy. I get it. I'd be busy too. But it's going to be 2nd and 10 coming, and they're going to try the ground game. Why not? And there goes Tampa Bay making a stop. Austin Wilson, a carry for no yards, going backwards as Matty Tillman sets him down. There's going to be 3rd and 11 coming up. James West had himself a fairly good season this year. He's in the quarterback of the year race. 3rd and 11 coming, going to pass it again, looking for a man, steps up in the pocket and incomplete. And looks like the two defenses make stands here. And Tampa Bay is going to get this football right back. Great defense there from Tampa. Oh yeah, I was saying he's in the race, you know. He's a top 3 quarterback. I will stand on who is going to win it. It's definitely a Tyler Deferidge victory in my personal opinion. But I'm just saying in general, if we're just picking 3 quarterbacks, I'll have to put James West up there. He's had himself a great season. I don't know who that 3rd quarterback will be. It could be Action Jackson Jr., who's had a solid season. Even though he did fumble the football a little bit. We get it. Your team is goated, Ryan. Okay. It's not all about you, man. As we're going to see a big handoff there to Ulf Jacobson, picking up about 6. I get it. Just throw it in the face. I'm trying to be objective up here in the booth. Come on, man. You gotta throw a couple bones now. I'm just kidding, man. No, it's a fun ride. It's been a fun ride. Not Ulf Jackson. Tyler Deathridge has been balling this year, as you see Mr. Chaos up in the chat, aka Jax James, doing his thing. Tampa Bay's going to get the first down of the day on the ground, giving it to number 34. In my opinion, the most talented halfback currently in the league. Stack's just happy he gets to easy walk to a championship. I mean, I put in my work. I put in my work wherever I go, whether I go to a team that isn't at that level or is, as we're going to see a fake there going with the read option. And once again, that's Yogi Barr making a tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 6. I didn't ask to go there. You should have kept me. But you couldn't because of restraints and stuff with the... Yeah. Handoff, no, it's a fake, and he's going to go ahead and launch it middle of the field and going to be caught. And there goes Kai Coco with the big catch. It's going to be 1st and 10. Great job there by Coco. We'll see if the big homie Blake Grant comes into play in this ball game. He had himself a heck of a game last week. If y'all didn't see that, that was very fun watch right there for Tampa, who's trying to get back in the playoff race here. They're going to go with the pitch, and he's going to get dragged down in the backfield. There goes number 8. I believe that's Kilo Mack on that one. Am I right? Oh, that's Tomlin Juicer. Kilo Mack's 7. Okay, I got him backwards. But good job nonetheless. It's 2nd and 12. This could be the matchup next week in the playoffs on the Eastern Conference for the wild card. You never know, as he's going to take up, step up, launch this left side and over at the head of everybody. It's going to be a 3rd and 12 situation here. Third and 12 coming up. Tampa needs to get past the 47-yard line to keep this drive alive. They got the receivers out here looking for a man. Protection solid. Going to launch its right side. And there goes a dot. And there goes Riker Bryston coming through with the big catch. First and 10 coming for Tampa. And this is a little bit of the team that we were looking to see earlier this season. They started out very slow, losing a lot of games within one score. And now they're on a little bit of a streak now. They're starting to look like that team to beat, as we're going to see him turn up and throw it to his trusty halfback, who's going to get stuck past the 40. And he's going to take it to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 1 coming. And Krim was right there, but smart move there by the big homie James West, making it happen. Make sure you get into the predictions there. You got another 4 minutes or so, I think, to get into that. Going to be a fake of the handoff, looking the man, going to go right side, is going to be caught, and did he get that yard needed? He's a little short, so he didn't go anywhere. 3rd and 1 coming. Venom's like the D-line is too slow. West is too good. A lot of people are saying that there will not be 2 interceptions this game. You still got to beat us, Venom, is what Tom is saying. Going to look for a man. Protection's breaking down. He's going to take off to run and get sacked. And there goes Matthew Owsley. Says, say I'm a little slow now. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm going to bring my offense on the field. Great job on the pass rush there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Should see a punt from here. He said, take off quicker, young blood. That's what he said. Even though he's a veteran at this point. What's going on, Caboose? How you doing? Looking for a pin. That is going into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Toronto coming back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something cooking. Honestly, he could have ran that. I think he took off a little late. If he was able to turn around and try to hit that corner, I think he could have made it. As Toronto coming out with the offensive front, going with the I formation, tight ends on the field, going to be a short drop back, looking middle of the field and incomplete. As Jax James is searching for completion number 1 tonight. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Second and 10. So another short drop back, looking for a man. Going to go right side and caught. And there goes number 2, making it happen. First down of the game here for Toronto. He's going to take that for 14. It's going to be 1st and 10. Not a big fan of those plays that have the quarterback drop back like 1 or 2 yards, and then he's like right in the face of the pressure there. But he made it work on that play, is Jax James. And he's going to go ahead and hand it off, see if they can get some groundwork. And there goes Austin Wilson, picking up a solid gain of about 8 or 9. Looking like he's on his way to halfback of the year, his first of his career. Second and inches coming up. Another handoff. Why not? Picking up the first and falling forward towards midfield, picking up 7. Toronto is on the move here. 1st and 10 coming up for the Wraiths. Another drop back here for Jax James, going and going to be caught. On the money here, Phoenix Jones, another catch on the drive, going to pick up 12. 1st and 10 coming up. Nice bullet there. They're making it happen here on this drive. 1st and 10 coming. Jumbo formation, looking for a man, taking off to run, finds his man Kevin Lee inside the 20. And he's had himself a very great set of games here in Toronto, coming fresh off of the St. Louis trade block, and he's been making plays ever since he came to Canada. And honestly, a very underrated wide receiver / tight end. Going to be looking for a man, taking off to run this Jax James, using that speed. He's going to run it himself, going to try to reach for the 1st down, and I think he got 10. They're going to give it to him as 1st and goal. He's going to make it happen. Toronto looking to score. Six plays passing, 4 plays rushing, and it's going to be a quick pitch, going to be caught and going backwards. So going to be a gain of maybe 1. That's about it. Tom Riddell says, I'm gonna say TD when my team score TD. That's what he do. He do it all the time. He said, you must not be hip to the program. That's what he said, not me. 2nd and goal coming. Empty set here for Jax James, looking for the first touchdown of the day. Protection is decent, but he's gonna overthrow his halfback right there. I don't think it's gonna pick up too much. It's gonna be 3rd and goal coming. Tampa Bay with the chance to keep him out of the end zone. Third and goal coming up. Bunch at the top looking for a man. They're going to go ahead and throw a short right side, turn it up, trying to reach for the end zone. Stopped at the 3-yard line. He's saying touchdown, but he was nowhere near it. Tampa Bay gets the stop, and I'm assuming the field goal team will be coming out, put the first points on the board. For first points on the board. Man, I am tripping. Nope. Toronto is feeling a little freaky here. They says they want to go for it. Almost got a man offsides. They're going to pass it, looking for a man, and overthrows him. Hit as he throws, and the Tampa Bay defense gets the stop. Worst things worse, Toronto still has a really good position here to where they could get a potential safety if they can play their cards right. But Tampa Bay's defense did what it was supposed to do. Now it's up to them to make some things shake here. They have a deep field. They're going to hand it off. They're going to be a flag on the play, and I'm pretty sure it is on Tampa, so it's going to be half a distance to the goal. No, it says second. No, it said 1st and 11. I got confused with what it said. So they lost like a yard or some change there. Gina Buckley and Ryan Davis putting in some entries for the jersey giveaway. 5 seconds left in the first. And they're going to hike it, looking for a man. Going to go short. It's going to be caught. Give him a little breathing room. And that is how the first quarter is going to close, folks. Let's go ahead and flip it. Everything's looking good. Throw your 2s up. 12 minutes left in the second. And Tampa Bay's trying to get something here. Looking for a man. Protection is solid. Going to launch his right side and overthrows Blake Grant, who had a step. It's going to be 3rd and 6 coming up. Kind of a tough place to put that one right there. Venom is like, can he throw inbounds? That's a question we'll have to see. 3rd and 6 coming up. Looking for a man again. Protection's breaking down, taking off, and he throws it out of bounds again. No one home. The protection breaking down. Going to be 4th and 6 coming up. Tampa Bay's going to have to punt for their own end zone. And the Toronto defense doing what it's supposed to do. Not allowing much movement there. I believe they only moved 3 yards. And they're going to send this punt away. Is Trey Pointer, who has a bit of a leg, down to the 40. Going to be returned there by Cam. And he's reaching for midfield, and that's exactly where they're going to mark him. 1st and 10. Toronto back on the field, trying to get something cooking. Single back formation here for the Wraiths. A big drop back here for James. Going to throw it short and almost throws it straight to the linebacker, Javon Highland. And that could have been bad news bears right there, but Tampa Bay's linebacker couldn't hang on. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Make sure you get into the giveaway, !USFA. We only got a few more left on the season, folks. We got to make sure that you show some love. We're going to pass it again. Look in left side. It's going to be caught. Actually, well, caught by the sideline referee right there, I guess. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Tampa Bay with the chance to get themselves off of the field. Gonna pass it, gonna be caught, looking for the first, and Austin Wilson's gonna pick it up. Tampa Bay was hoping they'd go deep, but they left the short man wide open. Gonna pick it up, and it's 1st and 10, Toronto down to the 39-yard line. You hate to see that. Had a chance for INT. I thought that was a false start on the right side, not to be. Going to be a drop back, looking for a man is James again. Going to take off and get sacked. And there goes the defense on the other side making the play. Hendricks Harlow and another lineman that I could not see making the stop. That's going to back him up 6. Looks like Demon Jones or Tank Jones, 1 of the 2. Pretty sure it's Demon though. But a great stop nonetheless. 2nd and 16 coming up. They're going to pass it again. Looking for a man. They throw a middle field and caught, and there goes Phoenix Jones. PJ2 making it happen. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Got the sack. No problem. We can still pick it up. That's why they're a top pledged team here in the USFA. In my opinion, top 3. Going to be passing it again, looking for a man. Going to go short and going to be shedding the tackle. Stays on his feet down to the 20. And there goes Austin Wilson showing his stuff in the passing attack. 2nd and 5 coming. Pistol formation. Almost got a man offsides. Not to be. They're going to send Austin in motion. Will they pass it his way? Yes, they will. And it's going to be caught. And number 24 was lurking. I thought he was going to jump up and yoink, and then take that one the distance. But it's going to be 3rd and 5 here. Tampa Bay with another chance to get off the field. A lot of passes here in this ball game here for Toronto. And they're going to more than likely have to pass again, looking for a man. Going to go ahead and take off to run off the back foot and finds Phoenix Jones for the touchdown. Taking a bow on what has been an immaculate season for that wide receiver, making it happen. And Toronto's going to take the lead here in the 2nd. Kick is up there by David Washington. He's had a lot of flack for missing extra points this season, but he knocks that one through. Kick is good. 7-0 is your score. Tampa Bay coming onto the field. Let's see how the Tampa Bay Typhoon works this one. I already know New York and Pittsburgh is liking that score, and they want to make sure that Tampa Bay doesn't have the chance to come back in this one. Toronto, top 3, top 2 defense overall. And I see a lot of good things happening here for them. Going to be taking this one past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tampa Bay is going to need to get something cooking here, but still plenty of time. As in, there's plenty of time for the rest of you guys to make your players. If you have not joined the USFA, got a big draft class coming. A lot of talent coming. Going to be a fun ride seeing these new guys come in. It's going to be a pain for me to put these players into the sim, but I do it for you guys because y'all make me keep on going, man. It's going to be a pass there. It's going to be caught by Travis Vaughn, but it's going to be a fun ride. Expecting around like 7 to 10 players on each team coming onto the setup. And I'm also doing a couple of things. I'm going to make one of the teams with the roster. I'm going to make one of the teams a free agent team. As we're going to see a launch it deep, and it's going to be incomplete trying to fit that one to the big homie Kai Coco, but got punched up. He hit him with that Shoryuken. You seen that? It was like, oh, you can like hit him with that uppercut. He can't be doing that. That's illegal. but the referee said it was good, so I guess it's 3rd and 5. Yeah, Kilo Mack made him drop it, and they're gonna have to go backwards thanks to the false start. So I thought he was gonna snag that one, but like right at the last second, it was like, nope, not to be. Third and 10 coming up. Gonna be passing it again. Gonna get swatted. Gonna be incomplete off the tip. Looks like Ulf Jacobson tried to come back and catch it. Couldn't quite get his hands on it. I don't know if that would be considered a drop. I don't think it will be because it was deflected first, but still. The Toronto defense gets yet another stop. Going to be returned here by CJ16. Turning the corner, sheds off one man and getting to the 45-yard line. Going to be a nice return there. Going to be 1st and 10 coming. Was that Owsley? I thought it was Hall for a second, but yeah, good job nonetheless. There by the D lineman. And here comes Toronto once again on the field. Going to be a shotgun set pass, and they're going to be caught. Pushing forward past midfield is Phoenix Jones again, who's over 5 catches now, I think. It's going to be 2nd and 1 coming. No, he's right at 5 now. 5 catches, 75 yards, and a TD. Pretty much solidified himself as a Pro Bowler at the very least. I don't think the Wide Receiver of the Year award will be in his favor, but we could definitely see him in the Pro Bowl. He's definitely a pick for me. Going to be a handoff. There goes Austin, who's definitely going to be a Pro Bowler. Going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Going to be passing it. Going to be caught by Wilson, who's trying to reach forward. He's going to pick up 9 on that play. 2nd and 1 coming. And that's going to be a false start there on Toronto. So that'll make it 2nd and 6 coming up. Still on the cusp of field goal range. But I'm sure they're looking for a lot more than just that. Single back formation. Going to be a big drop back here for James, who's looking to launch it. Middle of the field and caught again by Jones inside the 15. His 6th catch of the game. Forces my birthday on Jax James stats 1220. You know I got to call it out every single time. And that's going to bring him inside the 15. Toronto's on the move again. And it's not looking pretty here for Tampa. Still plenty of time. But Toronto's finding every which way to slice and dice this defense. As they're going to look middle of the field and wide open. There it goes. Dusty Rooks making it happen. Touchdown Toronto. 2-score ball game here in the 2nd. Pittsburgh and New York fans rejoicing right now as the kick is going to be up and good, and it's 14-0. Tampa Bay needs to get serious here, but they could find themselves on the outside looking in. What's going on? Pope politicking, aka Wheezy Porter. Strong safety there for the Dallas Dragons. He's hoping to get into the playoffs as well. We'll figure out what happens later on this week from Friday to Saturday. That is where we'll settle who is going to make it to the Western Conference wild card games. I already know Arizona's one of the teams, but will the last team be Anchorage, Dallas or Tacoma. Dallas and Tacoma play in the final game of the regular season, so make sure you watch out for that. And then Anchorage will be live on Twitch on Friday, so make sure you watch out. Plenty of games here. We're going with 4 Twitch games this week, and then at that point it's going to be nothing but Twitch games for the rest of the season, but it's going to be 1st and 10 regardless. Let's go ahead and get into it. Going to be a handoff there to Ulf, who's going to find a big crease and get it to the 35-yard line. Going to pick up 8 on the carry. 2nd and 2 coming. But yeah, for the people that are actually doing like the tests and stuff, I'm going to make a random team, free agent team, where they're going to have all the free agents available for you. And then you can also do test sims against them if you want to beat up on a team. Take out your frustrations, you know what I'm saying, as Ulf Jacobson's going to pick up the 1st down. 5 carries, 27 yards. Can't be too mad at that. Average 5 a carry, but passing attack needs to get a lot better. Blake Grant hasn't found his footing. I believe Kai Coco only has 1 catch. Travis Vaughn only has maybe 1 or 2 catches. They need to step it up in the passing attack here. Final 4 minutes left in the second. They're going to go ahead with the read option, and he's not going to get away from number 90. It's going to be Robert Crone, the Crone Meister, making it happen. A gain of nothing. Shotgun set here for West. So Blitz doesn't get home. The pass is on point. And there goes Riker Bryston making the catch. 1st and 10. 3 minutes left in the second. 3 minutes and some change, I should say. And Riker Bryston's currently the leading receiver. He's going up against the linebackers, trying to open up that middle of the field a little bit. See if they could get Blake Grant and Kai Coco in the mix. They're going to move Coco and Grant to the left side of the field. They see a mismatch here. They're going to try to test it. They're going to go over the top, and they let it fly. There goes Grant to the 15-yard line. I called it like I seen it. I said they see something on that left side, and I think it was mostly the bodies there on the right, and they left big homie Grant right in the seam to take advantage of that. And here comes the Typhoon coming with the play. Bunch at the top of your screen. They're going to go with the pistol. They're going to go left side, and caught by Coco, reaching, and he's down to the 1. He tried to get that last bit right there, you seen, but his elbow hit the ground. And now they're 1 yard away from cutting this into a 1-score ball game. Thank you so much for the biddies again, Po Politicking. Didn't say that earlier, but great job. Thank you so much for the support. Only going to get better from here. Y'all seen the announcement earlier. The platforms are getting better, and the score is getting better for Tampa. Jason Copeland getting the touchdown, the first of the game here for Tampa, and they're an extra point away from making it a 1-score ball game. I love to see it. Grim Reaper couldn't get off the block there to slow him down, but it is what it is. Kick is up and good. Gonna make it happen. Sending this one away to Cam Jones, looking for a man or lane to cut up, and it's going to take it to the 22-yard line. It's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. Gonna be Jack James going right side, just a little bit too far out there. Gonna make it 2nd and 10 coming. Going to be passing it again, going right side, and some coverage, incomplete. Trying to get that one over Leon Kennedy. That's not going to work. It's going to be 3rd and 10 coming up. Shotgun set here, 3rd and 10. Tampa looking for the stop. They send the blitz. It doesn't get home. And there goes Phoenix again. And I believe that might be a hit on the quarterback. Yes, it is. Add 15 more on top of it, down to the 47-yard line. That's going to make it 1st and 10 coming. A little too rough on the quarterback there. I guess you can make that a total gain of around 27 yards there. And that puts them square in Tampa Bay territory. Looking to take advantage of it now. Looking for a man is Jack James, and he's going to throw it away. There goes Jordan Vinny trying to get his hands on it. But that's going out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and 10. And I've actually seen a defensive player tip that back inside, and another INT had the interception. That was actually pretty crazy. Second and 10 coming. No drop back. Gonna just sling it. And there goes. No, it's not Phoenix Jones that time. That's actually going to be Braxton McFadden in his first catch of the game. 1st and 10 coming. Slant route has been working. 1st and 10 here. 1 minute, 15 seconds. They sent a corner blitz and they left the tight end open. There goes Rooks inside the 25. All 3 timeouts still, making it look like clockwork. 1 minute left in the second. And I'm assuming they'll have one more play before they start calling the timeouts here. 52 seconds. Going to pass it again. They go short, and they left Austin Wilson, who's going to rumble inside the 10. And they're still keeping the clock rumbling on their side. 40 seconds left. They might call the timeout. Yeah, there is. There you go. But immaculate time management here for Toronto. Now they have a chance to get a touchdown or a field goal, depending on how these next 2 plays come through. They're going to go ahead and pass it here. Looking right side. Is going to be caught. Reaching for the end zone, and he's just shy. He stepped out of bounds right as he was getting ready to cross the 1. And they keep on with their timeout. So now they can mix it up a little bit. They can run the football. They can pass it. Honestly, couldn't have done that any better. Tampa Bay is going to stack the line, hoping that they run the football. That way they can get the stop. And they're going to try the fullback, and they left him wide open. There goes Lasker Wheels. Touchdown, Toronto, and they're going to score again. I hate Madden clock management. I hate Madden clock management. Goes and does like a perfect drive. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's not like it's always a fail. Like there are times when like it really just works out perfectly for you. But regardless of that, Tampa will have another 30 seconds and 3 timeouts to see if they could do something. Lasker Wheels. I don't think he has a receiving touchdown, but hey, I'm sure he'll take any touchdown he could get, especially in the late portion of the ball game. I mean, of the season, I should say. And Tampa Bay is going to be down. I believe Toronto started with the football, right? Or they punted the football to Tampa, right? I don't quite remember. We shall see when it turns to the third, I suppose, as we're going to see the return. Taking that past the 25-yard line. There goes Elijah Enigma doing this thing. He was one of the major focal points here in the Tampa Bay teams a season ago when they did very well, but now they're here trying to get something cooking. Can't see Blake Grant, but he's off the screen to the right side, and they tried the in and out route. That's not going to work. 2nd and 10 coming. Gonna pass it here, goes right side and gonna be picked off. It's gonna be returned, taking it past the 40, and Toronto has themselves yet another chance to score. That's D'Angelo Jackson coming through with the INT. Bad break there for Tampa Bay, and now they're looking to cash in again, as that is going to be deflected. Great defense there from the Tampa Bay corner, making it happen. It's going to be 2nd and 10. A field goal from here be like 55 yards, like 55 yards from this particular spot. ATW throwing the biddy out for the INT. I love to see it. They're going to throw it short again, try to get him in field goal range to the 30, and they'll call the timeout there. And whoever chose the over, I forgot about that. Whoever chose the over will win if they get one more INT. Let me see what the setup is. Actually, no, let me do it after the field goal. David Washington going to be a 47-yarder. It's curving to the right, and he's going to miss it. So off the INT, they get nothing. It's going to be 1st and 10 again, as Tampa Bay will now have a chance for a deep play. See if they could catch Kai Coco across the middle or something like that. You never know. They are going to go for the Hail Mary. Why not? They're going to go ahead and launch it. Going to go ahead and go deep to the left side. The cannon. And couldn't quite hang on. And Blake Grant was right in the area, but couldn't quite locate the ball. And it's going to be 2nd and 10, but that's the end of the third, end of the second quarter. Let's go ahead and throw it up. And Toronto looks like he's going to go ahead and set it up. Going to be returned here from Cam Jones. Looking for a return, takes it past the 20. That's really about it. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. Kai done anything? I think he's had a couple catches. That's really about it. So New York fans in the chat, they're rooting for Toronto, give themselves a chance to make the playoffs. We'll have to see what New York does tomorrow, along with Pittsburgh. Going to throw a short and going to be incomplete. Chris Davis was right there trying to make a play. Good, so I could lock up this wide receiver of the year award. Me personally, even if he was to have a good game, I think you have it. Me personally. Because you've been pretty consistent all season long. He had a really strong start, and most of it was due to a 300-yard receiving game. Outside of that, like, it hasn't really been too close. That was ridiculous too. 300 receiving yards. Just crazy. It's crazy. 3rd and 6 coming for Jax James. Protection's breaking down, and he's just going to throw this one away. And the Tampa Bay defense is going to get the stop. We'll see James West and the crew come back onto the field. Yeah, against New York, yeah. And then Calvin Nakua had about like 200 something almost. Just a ridiculous game. But that was before Josh Hess and the gang came into play, you know what I'm saying? Going to be returned here. Taking this to the right side, and Jordan Vinny's going to get slowed down. Taking it to the 28-yard line is going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Single back set, and they're going to have to back it up. Tampa Bay is going to start 1st and 15 in the second half, getting the giveaway. Exclamation point USFA. I'm not going to stop saying it, man. Going to be passing it. Goes right side. Is going to be caught by Blake Grant, making it 2nd and 6. Gonna fake the handoff here, looking for a man. Gonna throw it right side and caught. And there goes Riker Bryson with yet another catch on the game. And they do convert on the 2nd and long. Well, the long beginning of the drive started on 1st and 15. And they make it happen down to the 43-yard line, trying to cut into this lead. "30 plays here for Tampa, 22 of them passes. Going to send Blake in motion. They're going to fake it to him, fake it to the halfback. Goes left side. Going to be caught by Blake, hanging on to it. And that's going to make it 2nd and inches. A great catch, great concentration there for Blake. 3 catches, 53 yards. Doing a fairly decent job here, trying to close out on the right foot. Try to get Tampa Bay into the playoffs here. They're going to go ahead and hand it off, and off is going to get stuck by Kilo Mack. And there's going to be a 3rd and 2 situation here. Yogi Barr was the first one to get contact, but that hit by Kilo was what set up the juice. 3rd and 2. Pass it again, looking left side and going back to it, and he's going to get the 1st down. So great job there from Molf, using that concentration, turning back around, secure the spot, make the play, and they're going to take them inside Toronto territory. Tampa Bay not giving up here. I do appreciate that. There's still plenty of fight for in this ball game. Shotgun set coming for James West. Wheeling and dealing, looking for a man. Goes middle of the field and caught, and there goes Coco using that speed inside the 20. Down to the 18-yard line. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 again. Going to be handoff, pushing forward. Is Dolph staying on his feet and tripping as he was about to break free. Averaging 4 in the ground. 2nd and 7 coming up. I formation coming. Off in the backfield. Will they give it to him? They're going to send Travis Vaughn in motion, then hand it off, finding a little bit of crease, and takes it close to the 10-yard line. They're going to say he's down at the 11. 3rd and 3 coming up. Like I said, we've been seeing shades of what the offense of Tampa Bay was supposed to be this season. And we're seeing it on this drive here. Effective running, passes on point, getting Kai Coco in space to make it happen. They're going to throw it in zone and going to be almost picked off there by Tomlin Juicer. And Tampa Bay could go for the field goal. They could go for it on 4th down, see if they could try to make it a 1-score game. They have a little options here. They have a few options here. And it looks like they're going to go for the field goal. Could help them out in the future if they're able to get a stop. Kick is up. And if you miss it that close, that's not going to help your cause. Toronto's going to get the stop, and they'll start at the 20. He shanked that one to the right. And once again, New York and Pittsburgh fans are rejoicing off of that. Going to be a handoff here, pushing forward, and Austin Wilson slowed down. One of his slower games we've seen from him this season is Austin Wilson, 5 for 21. He is averaging 4 a carry if we want to be smack dab on the numbers, you know what I'm saying? But we're used to seeing him at least over 60 yards at this point of the ball game. Tampa Bay, a very, very respectable job on the run defense, and that's been helping them keep them in the game as they're going to go ahead and try the pass rush, and they're going to go ahead and make sure they tackle Austin Wilson immediately after catch. It's going to be 3rd and 6 coming. Caboose, what did you miss? Tampa Bay had a chance to get a field goal in the 3rd quarter. They shanked it to the right. It was from like 30 yards out. And then now Toronto has the ball. But I don't remember when you came in, but Toronto got a touchdown right before half. And it's going to be a catch there by Austin Wilson, making it happen. 1st and 10 coming up. First and 10 coming up. It was 0-0, like 7 left in the first. Yeah, the first quarter was kind of back and forth with the defense playing well. Phoenix Jones has a receiving touchdown for Toronto. That spin move was nasty, but he tripped over a blade of grass before he could pick up more yards. Dropped my controller. That's unfortunate. So Phoenix Jones has a touchdown. Lasker Wheels has a touchdown. D'Angelo Jackson, the defensive back for Toronto, has an interception. And I forgot how they got their last touchdown. How'd they get that last touchdown? Oh, Dusty Rooks. There you go. Dusty Rooks has a touchdown as well. So those are the 3 touchdowns for Toronto. And then on Tampa Bay's side of things, they got a pass to who they get the touchdown with? Was it Riker Bryson? No, it wasn't Riker. It wasn't Kai Coco. I put points on 2 or more INTs, so it need another. Yeah, that did happen. There is 1 interception needed for that. Going to pass it again. They left the tight end wide open. Another first down play there for Toronto, trying to work the clock down. So far, so good here for the Toronto Brigade. They're trying to work this clock to their favor. 4 catches, 37 yards, and a TD there for Dusty Rooks. Tampa Bay trying to get off of the field here. But right now, Toronto's offense has been clicking. That would be an interesting United Bowl, Toronto and Huntington Beach. That would be fairly interesting, as that is going to be a sack. And there goes Tank Jones, making it happen. 2nd and 21 coming up. Going to be a drop back and caught. Going to be the big homie Kevin Lee making the play. Now it's 3rd and 15. Tampa Bay once again with the chance to get off of the field. Going to be passing this again. Protection's breaking down, and the interior defensive line is going to get into him again. Tank Jones got a sack earlier. Now it's Damon Jones putting a halt on this drive, making a play. Honestly, can't be mad at that if you're a Tampa Bay fan. The defense doing what it's supposed to do. Now they just need their offense to turn up a little bit, get into the end zone, cut it into a one-score ball game, and they have themselves a chance. But right now, the offense, they need to find a way to get some points in. Missing on the field goal on top of that last drive, that's definitely not what you want to see. Going to be passing the right side and caught. And there goes Racker Bryston there to close out quarter number 3. Throw your fours up as we're going to go ahead and set up for the giveaway. We're going to see if we can get to it as this drive is percolating, launching this left side in, some coverage, and there goes the over. It's going to be an interception. Here comes Toronto, taking in as Lawrence Sands with the INT. Not playing games. I ain't going to mess around with you. Congratulations to the people that chose the over. We're going to go ahead and we see 2 or more interceptions. I'll go ahead and give it to you right now as the big homie Jax James is going to use that speed trying to get around the corner, and he's going to take it. He's going to make a solid gain of about 9.5. Second and inches coming up, and the defense of Toronto making it happen, back in scoring range. Second and 10 coming up. Handoff pushing forward, and he's going to get inside the 25 to the 23. Averaging 4 a carry still. It's 3rd and 4 coming up. Third and 4 coming, quick pitch, and that was very dicey there, but it does harmlessly hit the turf. It's going to be 4th and 4, and gotta expect the field goal team to come through. Yeah, I'm pulling up the spin now. It's been kind of lagging on me, and I've also been doing some other things too, so it is what it is. We're gonna get it right. Patience, my good people. Yeah, you didn't miss it. I was messing with you. We're gonna see the field goal there. That is going to be good as we go ahead and hit that spin. Shout out to all of our affiliates, by the way. I didn't say this earlier, but shout out to the GSB Gold Standard Basketball. Shout out to Goals, Great One Hockey League Sim. And also shout out to the ECFL, the Elite College Football League. Big draft class coming up later on this month, so don't miss out. You already know, 1 month turnaround. We're back into the action. We're going to go ahead and get this thing rolling and popping. As actually, shout out to our two sponsors as well. Paladin, if you need some software help for your business, that'll be the perfect place to go. And then you also have W. Make sure you show some love to W. They are our official energy drink of the United Sim Football Association. You hear me slapping my chest when I say it, because make the chest feel good. As we're going to go ahead and hit that spin button. Let's see what the prize is. Shout out to the big homies again. How many people do we have up in here? We got 14. And it looks like we have 15 TPE coming for this one. As we're going to go ahead and see what happens on this play here. Shotgun set. Going to be passing it again. Middle of the field and caught. Going to take it to around the 29-yard line. James West throwing 2 INTs today. And it looks like the winner of the giveaway will be Mr. Rocky Butterfingers, wide receiver for the Dallas Dragons. He's going to pick up the W. So congratulations, big homie. You're going to get that 15 TPE coming your way. Going to quick pitch it and going to be tackled immediately after a gain of about 4. They're going to say 3 on the play. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that down. Once again, congratulations to Rob JG and the Dallas Dragons making it happen. Toronto looking to get off of the field again, going to pass it again, looking left side and going to be caught. And there goes Kai Coco with that speed. One more man to beat, and he's not going to get touched. Coco, the Rapid Raccoon. He says, stop playing with me. Single man coverage, I will make you pay. And that was almost deflected, but he made it happen. Tampa Bay is not going to go out without a fight. Kick is up. Kick is going to be good, and we're back to a 10-point ball game. Lex Sands went for the deflection. I don't think he went for the pick. I don't think he's going to go for a one-handed interception. But regardless of that, perfect pass. Looking like they're trying to make it happen here. I'm going to go ahead and put 15 TPE. Rocky Butterfingers, wide receiver, Rob JG. And then you also have the Dallas Dragons. So he'll be the first of 4 giveaway winners. Still have one each day going forward for the rest of the week. So make sure you keep on going. Thanks so much for the 14 entries. We got more to come, so make sure you watch out. It's going to be running through past the 25-yard line to the 28, and Toronto coming back onto the field. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Tampa Bay's not quite out of the water yet. Who won? Commercial came on. So it's going to be Rob JG, Rocky Butterfingers for the Dallas Dragons, win the 15 TPE. Reviewing Cal Wu there, going to look to throw a middle of the field and caught, tackled immediately by number 9. It's going to be 2nd and medium here. Hand off here, looking for the carry, and the defense stands solid. There goes Jordan Vinny setting up a 3rd down. Tampa Bay trying to get a last-ditch effort here. Going to be a handoff, 1st down play, and a little bit more. His best carry of the game. And there goes Austin Wilson, almost over 50 yards rushing. It's 1st and 10 coming up here for Toronto, looking to burn more clock. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered right there. 1st and 10 coming. Delayed handoff. Pushing forward past midfield. We're going to pick up about 3, maybe 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 coming up. Single back set. 1 receiver on either side of Jack James. Got a couple tight ends too, but they'll hand it off again to Mr. Wilson. He's going to take it up. Going to make it 3rd and 5 coming. Let me know how the stream is looking. I haven't had any lag or anything with the game, so I've been trying out a couple of different things to how to open it, because I think it's something with the mod manager that has been making it glitch, because whenever I open up the game, normally it doesn't have the issues, So maybe it's something with the mod manager I got to find, as the big homie, he says he don't care. He's going to pick up that first down. There goes Austin Wilson getting close to 60 yards. Looks good stream-wise. Yeah, it's looking very good on my phone, on the game. I haven't had a drop frame or anything like that. I'm kicking the solid KBs as well. So hopefully we can keep this this type of setup going forward in the future on my end. Looking forward, man. They're going to throw it middle of the field. There goes Rooks inside the 25-yard line, and more clock is coming off of the board here by Toronto. And they're looking to just work this down, get another score, and put the final touches on this ball game. And they're 22 yards away from making it happen. 44 passes here in this game here for Jack James and the crew. Now they're leaning towards the run. And there goes Austin Wilson getting to the 20. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Second and 8 coming up. Pistol formation. Going to be passing this right side, is going to be caught. There goes Braxton McFadden, falling to the 15. Is going to be 3rd and 2. And at this point, Tampa Bay is going to start calling their timeout, see if they can get the ball back. But they need a turnover, in my personal opinion. They need to force a fumble. They need an INT, an errant pass, anything. Even though they could live with a field goal, they'll just have to score 2 TDs, but they're going to hand it off, pushing forward, stopped, and he's going to be short. And the Tampa Bay defense does hold them down. Tampa Bay will call it their first timeout, give themselves ample time, but it is 4th and 1. Does Toronto feel a little froggy here, trying to burn some clock? Yes, they are. Toronto wants to wrap this one up. They said they want to take it off. Going to hand it off, pushing forward, getting the first. Inside the 10 is Austin Wilson, and he makes the play. And Tampa Bay is going to have to burn their 2nd timeout. 1st and goal coming up. And Tampa Bay technically still has their 2-minute warning, so they'll more than likely have to use that. But it's not looking very pretty here for Tampa. Now they'll have to go the rest of the game without timeouts for the most part. They're going in a shotgun set. Will they keep it on the ground as Toronto? They're going to pass it, looking for it, man. Middle of the field, and had a touchdown. And Phoenix Jones would have had his 2nd for number 2, but hey, it's going to be no good. 2nd and goal. Now Tampa Bay can theoretically stop it with around 2 minutes if they could find their way to get off the field. Pistol formation, 2nd and goal. Making an adjustment here. They're passing it again, looking right side and caught, and it's going to be punched out of the hands of the big homie Kevin Lee. 3rd and goal coming up. That was a touchdown, and the defender just reached over. Yoink. Why are we passing? Who knows? They want the knockout punch. So far, it's working in Tampa Bay's favor. Shotgun set again. Looking for a pass. Defense is solid. And he's going to take off to run himself as Jack James. Going to roll down. He stopped at the 1. And now Tampa can get another stop here. But they'll have to start from their 1-yard line if they can't get the stop, assuming Toronto doesn't go for the field goal here. And they are going to go for the field goal. So Tampa, they do what they're supposed to do. And now they'll have a 2-minute warning to at least work with. Kick is up. Kick is good. 27-14. Tampa Bay is going to have to strike quickly. Okay, so assuming Tampa Bay does lose, they can still make the playoffs, but they need losses from New York and Pittsburgh. So if either one of New York and Pittsburgh wins in the following games, they'll more than likely be up to them. New York plays New Jersey tomorrow, and then Pittsburgh will go up against Charlotte. As we're going to see the return here, taking this past the 20, looking for a lane, going to get stuck around the 24, and it's going to be 1st and 10 coming. At this point, if you're Tampa Bay, chuck it down the field. Blake Grant and Kai Coco will be down the field somewhere. That'll be my personal get at it. What's the worst that could happen? You throw an interception. At that point, the game's over. So might as well try to get it to your playmakers if you can. They're going to try to give it to Ulf. There is a hold, though. I don't know if y'all seen that. So that's going backwards. Actually, I take that back. Shut my mouth and call me Nancy. Move it up to midfield. Tampa Bay is going to get the clock stopped, and they'll get the ball around midfield. Going to pass it, going right side, going to be almost picked off again. Not to be. 2nd and 10 coming. Going to be passing it again, looking for a man and gets sacked. It's going to be Matthew Owsley again. He came through with the penalty earlier. That's a good way to make up for it. That's going to take him to the 2-minute warning, backing him outside of Toronto territory. Great job there from the pass rush getting home. Now it's going to be 3rd and 19 coming up. Obviously 4-down territory, no matter how you slice it. Will these be the final 2 plays of Tampa Bay's season? And they're going to have to go backwards. So instead of 3rd and 19, it's going to be 3rd and 24. Almost a quarter of yards that they got to go through in 2 plays. Going to be dropping back. They send the blitz. They're going to launch right side. Going to get deflected again. And there goes number 21 putting the lockdown on Blake Grant. And now they got to go a full 24 yards or more to keep the drive alive. Phoenix Jones Jr. is putting the work there on Blake Grant. Look to launch it here, I'm sure. They are going to go towards Kai Coco, who has a little bit of a stepping over, throws him, is West. And that is going to be the done deal there, more than likely. Unfortunate there for Tampa because he had the step. Kai Coco had the step, but just a little too far out there. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Toronto is going to start with the victory formation. Let the clock rumble. Unfortunate turn of events there for Tampa. They had the chance there to try to give themselves extra effort, but not to be. And Toronto is going to save face, and it looks like they're going to be moving towards an 11-3 season. Two of those losses going up against Charlotte, who's currently on a downhill spiral at the current moment. Their worst loss of the season, losing 31-3 to the surging New York Mafia, who wants to make it to the playoffs. And now it could go to either one of 2 teams. Technically, Tampa still has a chance, right? If they both lose, if New Jersey finds a way to beat New York, and if Charlotte beats Pittsburgh, Tampa will still find a way to make it to the playoffs. So all is not lost. Tampa Bay is just going to have to look and see what happens going forward as it's going to be final score 27-14 in favor of Toronto. Another stellar game from the Canadian brothers, making it happen. Final 3 seconds. They're not going to go for the field goal. They don't need to. We'll go ahead and check into these stats. And overall, a great season there for Toronto. 11-3. They had 5 wins last season, moving to 11 going into this one. My personal opinion, he's my pick for coach of the year is Crimp. Like, a turnaround like that, can't be too mad at that. 30 minutes of offense worth there for Toronto, just ridiculous. But we're going to check into these stats and let you get on your way. We still have 4 more games left on the week that we got to talk to. We went 4-10. What you mean? I mean, the record's still not better though. I mean, the jump up. I mean, 4-10, 5 and you're splitting hairs. You're like 1 game away. You're like 1 game away. Come on now. you're like right there. Wait, isn't it? No, did you have a worse record? I mean, about 1 win. Yeah, I thought you said the worst record. I was like, y'all did not have the worst record. Cal Wu definitely has a shot for that, but it really depends on how you want to look at it, because both of them kind of went the same route. On that side, they lost to both of the top teams in their own respective conferences, but I don't know. I mean, you can honestly choose it however you want to. Me personally, I think Toronto performed better than Arizona all season, but I'll let y'all decide that in the voting. That's just my personal opinion for what I'm seeing here. They've been balling all season long. But Jax James doing his thing. 29 for 47, 310 yards, 2 TDs. Jax James 19 for 35, 254 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 TDs. We the only team that threatened Huntington Beach for L's. I mean, they had a couple close calls. Okay, they had a couple, but yeah, y'all definitely the closest for sure. But we never got to see Toronto against Huntington Beach. I don't know how that would have gone. But see right there, James West, a 68-yard pass to Coco earlier, doing his thing. Had his touchdown, but did throw the 2 INTs that definitely didn't help him out for sure. Rushing wise, 17 for 73. Ulf Jackson 8 for 32. Jax James 5 for 26. James West 2 for 4. Lasker Wills got the touchdown there. Says 0 yards. Just put 1 yard for the big homie. Jason Copeland, he got a touchdown as well, 1 for 1. That shouldn't even be possible. He should be able to get 1 yard. Give my man 1 yard. Give him 1 yard. It's all good. Let's see. The longest carry that goes to Austin Wilson for a 13-yarder doing his thing. But receiving wise, we'll start with I'm about to say Atlanta, but it's going to be Toronto there. Austin Wilson led the way with 12 catches, 85 yards. Phoenix Jones 7 catches, 115 yards and 1 TD. Dusty Rooks 5 for 55 and a TD. Braxton McFadden 3 for 28. Kevin Lee 2 for 27. Looking at the drops, looks like Wilson and Lee had 1, and the longest catch goes to Phoenix Jones there for a 25-yarder. On the other side, leading catcher will be Riker Bryson, 6 catches, 45 yards. Ulf Jackson 4 for 24. Kai Coco 4 for 124 in the TD. I know Ryan Davis is going to be mad about that. Clicked the wrong button on accident. Blake Grant 3 for 53. Masula Rusu 1 for 3. Travis Bond 1 for 5. Drop wise, Coco had 1, and I believe that was off of that jump catch. Shouldn't really count, but they're going to count that is what it is. And he did have the longest catch there for 68 yards. Defense here, a lot of 10 tackle guys, but they were on defense a lot this game, so I get it. Matty Tillman with a 12 tackle ball game. Jordan Vinny, Loki Gunderson, and Javon Highland each with 10 tackles, and they counted for 42 tackles between 4 players. That's just ridiculous right there. And then at that point, it drops from 10 all the way down to 5, where Hendricks Harlow and Chris Davis will have that. Chris Sheen, Demon Jones, and Tank Jones each have 4 tackles. Bad omens. Shallow Marino and Leon Kennedy gets 3. Evanescence, Kai Coco, Masula Rusu, Travis Bond, Brock Hoskins, and Heavy D each have 1 tackle. Tackles for loss, Matty Tillman had 1. That's it. Demon Jones had a sack and a half. Tank Jones had 1 sack. Hendricks Harlow had that half sack there with Demon doing his thing. No INTs. Pass deflections, Chris Davis had 2. Loki and Kennedy and Leon each had 1. LG and LK doing their thing. No forced fumbles, no defensive tackles or safeties or anything like that. On the other side, the leading tackler will be Yogi Barr as expected with 11. Tomlin Juicer with 6. Dexter Hall with 4. D'Angelo Jackson gets 4. Matthew Owsley gets 3. Had a lot of low-key games there. Only team we did not see sweep was Charlotte. Definitely a great job there. Michael Brown gets 2. Lascar Wills gets 2. Phoenix Jones Jr. with the solid game on defense gets 2 tackles. Grim Reaper is going to end the game with 1 tackle, no sacks, so he's not going to hit that 15, but he's more than likely going to lead the league in sacks, assuming the rest of the players below him doesn't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So great job there. Thor Brown with 1. Thor Boss with 1. Robert Crone, Mitchell Lott, Kilo Mack gets 1. Lawrence Sands gets an INT and I believe a pass deflection, so we got to double check that. But tackles for loss, Crone, Mack, Barr, and Juicer each get 1. Matthew Owsley gets 2 sacks on the day. Lawrence Sands and D'Angelo Jackson each get an INT to close out the season. Pass deflections, Phoenix Jones Jr. gets 2. Honestly, should have had an INT, another INT, or had 1 INT this game. He was in some really good coverage. Kilo Mack had 1 along with Juicer. No forced fumbles or anything like that. Kicking wise, David Washington, he's going to miss 1 field goal. But outside of that, perfect on the day. He's going to haul in 9 points total. And Trey Pointer is going to miss a field goal as well. And he's going to knock in both of his extra points for a total of 2 points. Punting wise, they both averaged around 50 yards. So great job there from Washington and Pointer. Probably have to give it to Washington. Even with the missed field goal, he still made a majority of his kicks. And the punting, he did lead on that side. So I'll give him the W on that. Elijah Nigma averaging 26.7 yards on the kick return. Cam Jones on 3 attempts, he's going to average 22. Punt return wise, Cam Jones averaging 13 and some change. And Jordan Vinny averaging 1 for 8. Well, averaging 8 yards on 1 return. There you go. As we check into the scoring summary, the first quarter, kind of chill right there. A lot of defensive stops. And then it started getting a little dicey here. Phoenix Jones starts to touchdown there with 20 yards out there from Jax James. Dusty Rooks is going to match that with the 12-yard touchdown reception from Jax James. Then Copeland's going to get the rushing touchdown. Lascar Wheels going to get a touchdown right after that. So 28 points scored in the second quarter. Pretty crazy. Third quarter, once again, fairly chill. Defense has been picking it up. And then the fourth quarter, Tampa Bay tried to get back into it, but a pair of field goals there by Toronto was able to stave away the Tampa Bay Typhoon, even though they did get the 68-yard touchdown pass midway through the fourth quarter is Tampa. So that's going to be the end of this one, folks. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up tonight. We still have 2 more games to play coming up tomorrow, so make sure you don't miss it. It's going to be New York at New Jersey. Now that they know that New York will have a chance, they'll have to get the victory to make sure that they go ahead of Tampa. A victory by New York will eliminate the Tampa Bay Typhoon. And the same could be said if they was to lose to New Jersey and the team that's going to be after them wins. So if Pittsburgh beats Charlotte, that'll definitely eliminate New York and Tampa. So they could do a clean sweep if everything goes their favor. And Charlotte, they're going to try to bounce back. Going to be a fun ride. We'll see you all later. The Eastern Conference is going to be settled after tomorrow. Let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you so much for your time. And we out here.